Well, we're talking about wigs today. Listen, I don't know anything about wigs, to be honest with you. I know you can get good ones. I know you can get bad ones. I know you get a lace front wig. I know you can get the non-lace front wigs. I have no knowledge about wigs, but I can clock a wig sometimes. You know what I mean? Wigs are a bit expensive, talking about costs, so if they can set you back quite a bit of money, the average good quality human hair wig can easily get up to about 2,000 to 3,000, whatever your currency is. The one that we're talking about today, though, was bought from Shani Wigs by Krista's Hair Journey for a whopping $10,000. So let's think about an expensive wig. You expect good hair, the density, the thickness, the quality, the hairline, the length, the upkeep, all this kind of stuff. A warranty, a good quality wig, right? $10,000. $10,000 for hair, which I think if you have, you know, a reason to buy a wig and you're investing $10,000 in it, great. If it's going to be like this, oh my God, I just need this one wig, I can wash it, I can style it, I can do whatever with it, I can go out in it, then, you know, good for you. Okay, so let's get into this.
So here's a close-up of the scalp.
Okay.
And a close-up of the hairline.
Okay.
Again, I could do a better job blending the lace, but I don't really care. But yeah, for the most part, like, it's so seamless. I'm 5'7", so no one's standing over me. If they are, too bad. The scalp line doesn't bother me. I think it's pretty good.
That's
great. I
great.
haven't really done anything to it. This is kind of how it is. I'm sure I could do a few things to probably make it blend in a little bit more, but I wear it out like this. I'm super happy.
Looks like a great wig. I know some people do kind of pluck these hairlines a little bit just so it's not fully straight, but it looks really good. You wouldn't look at her hair and be like, wig, you know? And some people as well, they do colour in the hairline, the scalp line, just to make it blend with their head, but that looks fine. The colour's well done. It looks like really good quality hair. And although the hairline does look quite thick, it does look like a really nice wig. So Krista bought this wig in the first place because she was struggling with her hair. Her TikTok account is pretty much dedicated to her journey and taking a look at different hair products as well as other wigs. She invested the money into this one specifically because of the feedback Shani Wigs has gotten on social media with raving reviews. And they also claim that these wigs will last around 5 years with a proper care. That's a very long time. I mean, do wigs last less than that? 5 years is a long time, but I mean, if you look after a wig, shouldn't it last longer? So anyway, she went and got her wig fitted properly, as you can see from the last video. She absolutely loved it, which is a result you want if it's going to cost you 10 grand, you know? It didn't last too long though, with her coming out with this video a couple of months later.
Come check this.
What? Oh no. Oh no. Oh, that's not good. You can see in that video, you can see there's like the middle bit of a wig and then the individual bits where it's on. The wig hair, the hair parting, and basically all the other hair around it just fell out. I think that's, for something that's meant to last 5 years, just hanging on after 4 months is terrible. She sent this one back already for some minor fixes. If you're buying a custom wig, it's something you're more than likely wearing every single day. So of course you want to make sure it's comfortable, you want to make sure it looks real, but you would not be expecting that kind of damage after just a couple of months, right? So anyway, we'll bring up Krista's video where she explains what happens next.
Time to spill the tea about my AMEX dispute with Shani Wigs. Let's go. Yes, I'm talking about her again, and rightfully so, because I'm a little pissed right now. So for those of you that don't know, here's some quick and concise context. I bought a $10,343 wig from Shani Wigs back in July. In the 4 months that I had it, it needed to be repaired twice. The first time Shani took care of it. The second time she wanted to charge me for shipping and repairs. I kindly told her absolutely not, and I would no longer be doing business with her. I first asked for my money back, which she said no. I then decided to dispute with my credit card company. If you've never filed a dispute with Amex, you know that you have about 200 characters that you can enter into the box when you're first filing the dispute. So I wasn't able to provide much information except that I was given a faulty product, did not live up to the expectations of lasting 5 years because it couldn't even last 5 months. So here's where it gets interesting. This is what Shawnee had decided to argue that I violated the terms and conditions on. You can pause to read this. Let's go through each one of these bullet points. So Shawnee's first argument was that I insisted on leaving with the wig that day. I asked Shawnee, would it be possible to leave with the wig that day? I was relying on her expertise and her judgment as the wig maker to ensure that this wig was 100% up to standards, especially for $10,000. It was up to her as the merchant and the business owner to tell me, no, I am not comfortable with you leaving this wig today. I would rather create you a new one. Did she do that? No. When the transaction proceeded, it showed me that she had faith that this wig was a certain quality and would hold up for the 5 years of expectations. The second point that she made was how satisfied I was with the wig after purchase. This is no secret. I posted about it. The posts are still there. I loved my wig the first month that I had it. I started noticing bald spots in the part after the first month. This is when my initial complaints started to set in. My early praise for the wig was based off of the wig's appearance at the time and its performance at the time. I had no way of predicting the premature balding and the appearance of the wig that would start to happen shortly after. Trusted this product's quality to live up to the lifespan that she states on her website of 5 years. The third point, and this is probably my favorite point, is the misuse of the wig. So Shawnee goes on to say that I misused the wig by putting glue, aka lace melting spray, on it and working out in the wig. So for my wig wearers out there, I just want to know, are you expected to not be able to do any sort of physical activity if you're bald or you have alopecia or you have cancer and you're not expected to do any sort of physical activity or anything outside of sitting in the wig because that's going to violate terms and conditions? I did nothing outside of normal day-to-day activities that a wig wearer is expected to do when I was wearing my wig. Let's talk about the lace melting spray. Lace melting spray is an industry-wide standard application and practice if you wear lace front wigs because the lace isn't always seamless. Moreover, the balding that happened in the part line, the lace melting spray does not go in the part line. The lace melting spray goes along here. I never had issues along here. The issues that I have were the part line widening, the wefts sticking out. My lace melting spray contributed to none of that. She also mentions that I violated the terms and conditions. Let's pull up the terms and conditions here. If you scroll down to the very bottom, very bottom of her website, there's a tiny little link called terms and conditions. You can't find it anywhere else. It's not in the FAQ. It's not in the returns. Scroll on down to the very bottom of her website and you'll eventually find it. If you read through the terms and conditions, it mentions nothing about violating terms and conditions if you use lace melting spray, if you decide to post a TikTok running on a treadmill in the wig. Nothing around that. It has everything to do with the return policy and her warranty, which is bullshit, by the way. I included all of this in a nicely put together document to Amex when I reopened the dispute again because no one ever actually talked to me about the dispute. I received one call from Amex last Thursday where they left me a voicemail and I didn't pick it up because I was on a work call. I immediately called back 30 minutes later at the number requested. I left a message. No one called me back. I then proceeded to call back 4 more times until today, actually yesterday, and leave more messages because I desperately wanted to talk to someone and they said they needed more information. I received an email last night that my dispute has been reclosed despite me never talking to a single person. This is also where it gets really fucking good. In the document that Shawnee provided, this is a PDF. She references emails from a Linda and customer complaints from a Linda asking to have her wig returned. So this just shows you that AMEX did not do their due diligence in investigating this with Shawnee Wigs, and that Shawnee Wigs has so many complaints coming in about how crappy her wigs are that she can't even keep track of the emails and the disputes that she is fighting against. So I went in and I closed my savings account with AMEX. I closed my gold card with AMEX, and I will no longer be doing business with AMEX. Hey, AMEX, if you see this, you don't protect the consumer at all. You work with merchants that don't live up to product qualifications or expectations, and quite frankly, you suck. And for the few of you that decide to tell me to move on, I'm gonna keep posting about this bunk ass wig until I make my $10,000 back. So unfollow if you want.
Okay, so from that video, you saw absolutely no one has been helpful. There's nothing worse than spending money on something and getting no response from customer service. It is irritating, especially when it's 10,000 worth of product. So you saw also that the wig company responded to AMEX about, you know, the reasons why this wig is being returned. She did say pause to read, but I'm just going to go through it now quickly with you. We are writing in response to a chargeback filed by our mutual client. Oh my God, maybe I can't read this. Krista. Regarding their purchase of a custom human hair wig from our salon. The client asserts that the wig is not in good condition and claims that it should last for 5 years as stated on our website. Well, yes. It's not a claim, it should. We would like to clarify several key points. Purchase timeline. Our customer insisted on purchasing the wig the same day as her initial consultation, even after we cautioned her that this might require adjustments later. Despite our warning, she proceeded with the purchase. Okay, you warned her. Customer satisfaction and public acknowledgement. The wig was beautiful and perfect at the time of purchase, as noted by the customer herself in multiple TikTok vlog videos where she wore and praised the product. Please see attached screenshots, so they obviously include screenshots there. Maintenance instructions and misuse. Okay, our customers are explicitly that's not how I say that word, but I've said it so many times and I can't get it right. Instructed on proper care and advised against behaviours that could damage the delicate lace of the wig. These instructions are also detailed in our terms and conditions. The customer engaged in activities that directly cause damage to the wig, such as gluing it on, a practice we explicitly warn against. She even documented this in her TikTok videos, photos attached. Repair service provided. Despite the misuse, we made an exception and repaired the wig once at no cost. When the customer returned it a second time with additional damage caused by further mishandling, we agreed to provide a free shipping label, but informed her that she would need to cover the cost of the repairs. At this point, the customer decided to keep the wig and send it to someone else. For repair, then dispute the transaction while retaining and continuing to use the wig. The terms and conditions. The customer was fully informed of our policies at the time of purchase and repair. She acknowledged and accepted these terms, including the fragility of the lace and the necessity for proper care. Despite this, she repeatedly ignored our guidelines and caused the damages she now claims are indicative of poor quality. They then go on to say, in light of the above, it is clear that the customer's actions mishandling the wig despite explicit instructions and disputing the transaction while retaining the product constitute a violation of our policies and misuse of a chargeback system. We pride ourselves on providing high quality products and repair services to support our clients. However, we cannot be held responsible for damages caused by neglect or misuse. Per our agreement with Merchant Services, American Express, we believe we have complied fully with all applicable card acceptance procedures and regulations. Accordingly, we respectfully request you reverse this chargeback case promptly. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to address this matter. So here's the deal. I don't know why anyone is making a wig, especially a $10,000 wig that is so fragile that you can't use common wig products with it. You know what I mean? That's very strange to me. And surely that will be a huge disclaimer before you buy it. In terms of like the physical activity, in terms of people buying this, if you are spending $10,000 on a wig, more than likely you're going to wear it all day no matter what you're doing. Maybe it's someone with alopecia, maybe it's somebody who has had cancer, you know, and has treatment and they've lost their hair, or someone who can't grow their hair back ever. If you're spending a lot of money on this wig, more than likely you're going to be wearing it more often than not, when you're outside doing physical activities, walking, jogging, this kind of stuff, you're not going to spend money on something just like that just for fun. Surely doing physical activity should be something that is fine to do in this wig.
Can you wear a wig when you play sports? I'm playing tennis tonight with my wig on, and I've never played with a wig on before, so let's see if it passes the test. On a level of 1 to 10, I'm probably -3 at playing tennis, so don't judge my skills. I was running like crazy and bouncing up and down, and honestly, I felt pretty secure. I did not even think of my wig the whole time. This is your sign to not be afraid of wearing wigs anymore.
And even if you're not doing physical activity, walking can make you sweat. Being in hot weather. What if somebody in Florida wants to buy one of these wigs, but they can't ever wear it outside? And you can't expect a wig that price to just fall apart because someone's sweating and just doing daily activities. So with AMEX, right? What happened here is that when Shani was disputing the AMEX chargeback, Shani, the owner of a wig company, she included a different customer's emails within her argument. Someone called was it Linda? I can't remember now. We're gonna call her Linda instead of Krista's, and AMEX didn't even spot this. These are people that you are like, they should be looking into it on a personal level. What if this was a scam? What if it's something like that? They should have a human look at it and be able to spot something like that. That's not the name of a person disputing this. Why are you giving me these random emails? So Krista ended up being blocked by the brand after commenting on their page, which is and she wasn't happy about it, because that's kind of annoying, because like, how are you now going to talk to this brand?
If you are a business and you feel that you stand behind your products, why are you blocking anything that is not positive or not in favor of you? As a business owner, you should be able to take any criticisms and any heat of your product, your business, and respond to those accordingly. The fact that my comments and DMs are filled with people being blocked left and right is one of the reasons why I fell for this wig in the first place, because I couldn't find any negative reviews because they are all being blocked. You know who doesn't block negative comments on her page? Me. Go ahead, scroll through. You can call me an asshole. You can call me an idiot. You can call me a fool. I don't care. I fully agree with that for spending $10,000 on a wig. The only comments I'm going to block or delete on my page are those ones that go against any religious, any ethical, any cultural affiliations, faulting their religion, or anything that has to do with that. That's not going to fly on my page. My beef is that you made a shitty wig and you sold it for an outrageous price, and you wouldn't provide any customer service to rectify the solution. And then you took it a step further and you blocked me on all forms of social media, and then you took it another step further and you gave bullshit excuses on my credit card dispute. As a business owner selling luxury products, you should be able to take the criticisms, take the heat, and respond accordingly, and not block anything that doesn't go in your favor. That's bullshit. It's immature, and you shouldn't be in business.
I agree that brands shouldn't be blocking people's comments unless it is a death threat, something really violent or something like that. Block people and delete those comments for sure. Okay, so we're at this point where Krista got her $10,000 wig. It basically fell to pieces. The brand are refusing to help her and blocked her. AMEX aren't doing so great either. She tried to dispute it with them and they actually closed her case. So they're like, nothing's wrong here. Shani Wigs then posted this video to their page. And although it isn't aimed at anyone in particular, no one specific, it is pretty clear what they're referencing here.
How long does a wig that costs $10,000 is supposed to last? A luxurious custom wig is undeniably more natural than any other wig. But when it comes to longevity, how long does it supposed to last? It all comes down to care and maintenance. Most of the cap is wefted, which is super easy to add or remove hair. When it comes to the top of our wigs, whether it's skin top or lace top, it's fully hand-tied. I always warn my customer not to work out in their wigs because your natural sweat will make the lace stretch out even more, and definitely not glue down your lace. That could cause the wig to rip apart in a matter of a few months. There is a way of washing and brushing your luxurious custom wig to make it last at least 5 years. And while I include all of those care and tips in a very thought out booklet along with very educational tutorial videos, it is the responsibility of the customers to follow those care and maintenance tip. I've been wearing wigs for 8 years and I still have wigs that look brand new even after all those years. I'm gonna say it one more time, but if you put glue on your wig, you are going to ruin the lace.
That looked fucking you can't see it. You can't see it. That looked really, really good. So this was obviously a little bit aimed at them. It was kind of a reply. It was informational. You can see within that video they showed a booklet that obviously came with a wig and how to wash it, how to style it, how to have a wig in general. Because, I mean, a lot of people, you buy a wig, you don't think it needs all that attention. You just put it on your head and wash it, right? She mentions that all of the care is mentioned in that booklet, right? That they're given with a wig. And if that was the case, then didn't Krista have this? You know what I mean? Although I blocked Krista, she did get a hold of that video and she has some things to say about it.
Brushing your luxurious custom wig to make it last at least 5 years. And while I include all of those care and tips in a very thought out booklet, along with very educational tutorial videos, it is the responsibility of the customers to follow those care and maintenance tips.
I'm back! And guess who has the receipts to just show exactly what is in this comprehensive 4-page booklet that I was given on how to care for my $10,000 wig. Spoiler alert, there's nothing about working out or not using lace melting spray. Now, I would stitch this directly, but my homegirl has more censorship than the US government does right now on her page, so I have to resort to a little screen record instead. Okay, so in my booklet, we have 3 main sections: how to wash, wig care tips, and more resources. So let's take a quick look. Number 1 section on how to wash. We have some tips on how to detangle and how to wash your wig. If we flip over, we have a condition section and a dry section. You can pause to read this, but if you take a look, there is obviously nothing around not working out or not using lace melting spray. As we move on to the second to last page here, we have handling, washing, styling, protection, and storage tips. That is it on this page, folks, for wig care tips. And of course, if we flip over, guess what? If you want to know more about this, you have to pay for it. Purchase on how to style your wig. Purchase on how to wash your wig at shawneewigs.com, because guess what? For $10,000, you don't get these tips. And just to show you guys, I am not making this up. This is the last page. This is all that is in that comprehensive booklet. Now, here's the thing. I'm a lot of things, an asshole, maybe one of those, but what I am not is a liar, and what I am not is not due diligent. So you better be sure I am going to bring the receipts to show that I was never given any information on not using lace melting spray or not posting one TikTok running a mile on a treadmill in my wig. In fact, I didn't even know about lace melting spray until I stumbled upon Black Girl Wig TikTok, and they gave me the tips, and that's where I first found out about lace melting spray and ordered it myself. I ordered it myself because my lace stopped blending in as soon as it got any sort of makeup on it, so this was my only resort to be able to use to have the lace blended on the forehead. So guess what? It's not as seamless as she says it is. I just had to jump on and make a quick video response to that video because I was never given that information, and I'm sure a lot of her customers weren't. Thanks for listening.
To have a $10,000 wig and then the information booklet comes with very minor information and then content you can purchase is a little bit crazy. Within that price, a great selling point would be you also have access to exclusive online videos that's going to help you style, take care of your wig, look after your wig, which is the same as take care. Different styles you can do for different occasions. At least make some YouTube videos that your customers can link back to. You know what I mean? That would be great. I don't think the booklet was that informational. It's like washing your hair normally. You know what I mean? I don't think that's enough information for a $10,000 wig for you to then have to go online and find information yourself. There's no information what products to use, what products they recommend. Are there any heat stylers that can't be around the lace, or, you know, things you can't use? Does a hairdryer have to be a certain temperature? Are you able to use scalp treatments underneath the lace, etc.? The fact that you have to pay to get the tips for this wig, firstly, YouTube exists, like I said. Secondly, it's like shocking But this is not included in the price of $10,000. I did see that she was hand tying those individual hairs. If anyone's ever made a wig or worked on a waxwork, for example, you hand tie the hairs around the lace front and around the parting so it looks real, and that does take a lot of time and that is a lot of manual labor, so I do understand a higher price point. After all the hassle Krista's had with that wig, we did say earlier on that she managed to have it repaired by another business, and she has cancelled all of her Amex cards, etc., her bank accounts. She's like, I'm done with you guys, I don't want to bank with you anymore. She hasn't been able to get any kind of refund or apology from the brand at all. Full stop. That's it. That's it. Like, nothing. Not sorry this happened to you, but this is what we said. You know what I mean? I do think that the brand with the wig should have provided a little bit more information. This is some people's first wig and it's a lot of money, right? It's a lot of money. I don't think it was handled well by the business in terms of blocking Krista. You make a mistake, you can't block that mistake, you know what I mean? And on Amex's side, it wasn't handled well either. Krista is in a really shitty situation. A $10,000 wig and she's not getting her money back and her bank won't help her do it is wild to me. Let me know what you think down below. Does she deserve her money back? Does the brand deserve her money? Let me know your thoughts. Thank you for joining me, and maybe we'll be talking about wigs again soon. Who knows? I'll see you soon. Bye.